The Manchester man charged with killing a pregnant woman 3 years ago learned his fate today.
Abdul Mboob took a plea deal 2 months ago, and today he was sentenced to 34 years in prison for the murder of 22-year-old Anastasia Paul. Here's Fox 61's Alicia Hercules from the courthouse.
Brent, there was a lot of emotion here today. Anastasia Paul's family packed out the courtroom to show support, and Mboob was not in the courtroom because of concerns that him being there in person would disrupt the proceedings. Anastasia's mother says although the sentencing is over, it feels like this nightmare is just getting started.
She should still be here, and it's not fair. It's not fair.
3 years after 22-year-old Anastasia Paul was killed by her child's father, Abdul Mboob, her mother, Janine Lavoie, says she still struggles to accept that her beloved daughter is gone.
I'm reliving what happened right now, and I just want to put an end to domestic violence.
Mboob admitted to strangling the 22-year-old inside of her Vernon home. Anastasia's grandmother, Patty Cavelli, says Mboob's actions were evil and intentional.
You took the time that it takes to strangle Anastasia until she drew her last breath. You had the time to rethink what you were doing. You could have stopped, but you did not. That is the intentional act of a demon.
He accepted a 34-year sentence for her murder. Several family members spoke at the sentencing, including Anastasia's older sister, Jelena Paul, who shared her fondest memories with her.
We had nights where we would stay up and laugh nonstop for hours in the darkness because we couldn't sleep. And all we could do was laugh our heart outs for no reason.
Family members could be heard crying during the entire hearing. Although Mboob was on a video call, Lavoie wanted to make sure he saw her face as she spoke.
Can you see me? Can you see me?
After Anastasia's death, Janine adopted her autistic son, Major, who was 1 year old at the time of the murder. Lavoie says the child was present when she was killed.
He did it in front of her child, my grandson, Major.
Before her death, she applied for 2 restraining orders against Mboob, who has an extensive criminal history. Lavoie says his 34-year sentence for killing her daughter and her unborn grandchild is a slap in the face.
He doesn't deserve to come out at 50-something years old and just walk out of prison.
During the sentencing, Mboob addressed the court.
Express how truly sorry I am.
Anastasia's family stormed out of the courtroom during his remarks. Mboob's attorney said he thinks the sentence was fair, considering his client's traumatic past and mental health issues. Under the plea deal, Mboob pled guilty to murder and waived the right to trial. Although the plea deal was a disappointment to the victim's loved ones, the judge said it was in their and the court's best interest.
A plea of guilty to murder in Connecticut ensures that the defendant will serve every single day of his imposed sentence.
The judge also issued a standing criminal protective order that will prevent Mboob from contacting the child he shared with Anastasia. The order will remain in effect until 2098. With the sentencing over, Lavoie says she will still fight to keep her daughter's name and story alive.
We need to do better. We need to make these laws stronger. And I'm going to fight. This ain't over. This is not over for me. I'm going to fight for my daughter and for every other victim out there so they don't lose their life like my daughter did.
In the wake of her daughter's murder, Lavoie says she will continue meeting with lawmakers to strengthen protections for victims of domestic violence. Live in Vernon, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.